Hello, my name is Bill Strand, and today we're going to be talking about connecting on Vero. There's a number of different levels to connect on Vero, and so it's a little bit different than what we're used to. I've been on Vero for a little while with my Chameleon Academy account, but I've just opened up my Reptile Entrepreneur account, and it's time to add some connections, and so I'm going to take you along with me and show you how to do it. So I'm now on the Vero account for Reptile Entrepreneur, and I'm going to go to the featured page. And to get that, I touch this magnifying glass because that's how we search for people, and that's how I'm going to find a connection. And so up here in the search bar, so I type in Chameleon, and it's going to give me a list of the people who have Chameleon in their name or their screen name. I can also go to hashtags and select Chameleon as a hashtag. And then it's going to show me all of the posts that have Chameleon as a hashtag, and that way I can find people that are actually posting what I'm looking for. But I'm going to go back to people because I'm looking for a specific account. I'm looking for Bill Strand, the Chameleon Academy, and there we go. There's Bill Strand, and you notice that on the right-hand side, there's this binoculars option. If I touch that, then I'm automatically a follower. Anybody can be a follower of you. They don't need to ask your permission. They're just a follower. And then whatever you put on your most general level of content goes to all the followers. But I'm going to go ahead and see if I can do a connection. So I hit the profile. It's going to come up with the Chameleon Academy profile and give me the choice between following and connecting. Once again, if I hit follow, then I'm going to be getting the most basic level of posts, and there's no interaction. The most important difference between follow and connect is that if you want to do any private messaging, any chatting, you have to be a connection. You cannot chat with somebody that you're just following. So I'm going to go ahead and hit connect. It's going to come up with a screen asking me if I consider this connection a close friend, or acquaintance. And what it's asking is what level do I want to put this person for my account? And so now it's time to talk about those levels. In Vero, they're called loops, and you have a follower loop, acquaintance, friend, and close friend. And so you can see how it gets more and more intimate as you go up. Now you choose where your connections are. And this is a feature that's designed to allow you to post different things to different groups. So things like the kind of coffee you had this morning, you can put that to followers. Everybody can know what kind of coffee you had. But if you wanted to post pictures of your kids, you may not want that to go to anybody who decided to follow you. And so maybe that you put on your close friend loop. Now these loops are tiered, and so if you post what kind of coffee you drank this morning to your following, then the acquaintance, friend, and close friend would also see the coffee. But if you post a picture of your kids in the close friends loop, your friends, acquaintances, and followers would not see it. And so I'm going to go ahead and put Chameleon Academy as my friend, and then I'm going to send it. Now, it's going to give me the option to follow Chameleon Academy because before Chameleon Academy accepts my connection, we're not connected in any way. And so I'm going to go ahead and select this option to follow. And so what that means is I am now following Chameleon Academy until that guy gets around to going through all of his requests and decides if he's going to accept me as a connection or not. And then I hit close. And I am now following Chameleon Academy, but our connection has a pending. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out of my Reptile Entrepreneur account. I'm going to go into my Chameleon Academy account and show you what it looks like on the other side. You can have multiple accounts on Vero. The only thing is that you need to have a unique email for each account. All right, I am now into the Chameleon Academy account, and so I've got red dots telling me that I have a request. I go to a request and I find that Bill Strand from Reptile Entrepreneur wants to connect with me, and so I can choose either accept or not now. I'm going to accept because I know the guy. And on the right, it automatically puts the request into acquaintance, but if you hit that chevron on the side, you get to choose whether it's going to be a friend or close friend, and that's up to you. I'm going to do friends at this point just for the sake of doing it, and we're set to go. Okay, so now let's go ahead and go back to the Reptile Entrepreneur account, and we're going to see what happened. Now, my Reptile Entrepreneur is a new account, so we're not going to be seeing a whole lot of activity there just yet. I'm just building everything up. I go to my profile, and my connections have added one. I now have 2 connections. Yay! Now, on your profile, you will notice that you have 2 fields, one for followers and one for connections. If people follow you, they of course go into the follower account. If they turn into a connection, then they go out of the follower account and they go into the connection account. And so if you want to see what your audience is, you add the number of followers to the number of connections. Now, the significance behind this is that the public is not able to see how many people you've connected with. They can only see how many people are following you. And in a way, you're thinking, oh, wait a minute, I'm not getting credit for everybody that's following me. Well, I think that Vero deliberately did this because they're doing a lot of breaking up the addiction cycle on social media. And if you look at things that Instagram and TikTok do, they are specifically encouraging you to become addicted. I mean, we're talking literal addiction. That's what the endless scroll is. They keep giving you these little dopamine hits every time they show you a new video. And the idea is that you end up spending hours scrolling through the app. And that's exactly what happens. Do you pick up your phone, your Instagram, or your TikTok, and you start scrolling through it because you want to feel good? That is addiction. And they're taking advantage of that. And Vero, in a number of ways, is specifically trying to break that cycle. And it's the same with followers. On Instagram and TikTok, it's all about getting the followers, and we love seeing that number go up and up. It's to the point where we tailor our content to what's going to get us more followers, not necessarily what's going to serve our audience the best. And this is what Instagram and TikTok do with the follower account. That is gamified. It's meant to give you that little dopamine hit when your followers grow. And so that encourages you to create more and more content to make that grow. But what that does is it gets you making content that will make that little number go up, not necessarily making content that is going to serve your audience. What Vero is doing is breaking that cycle. And since there's a whole level of followers, connections, that the public can't see, you are not incentivized to chase the number of followers. I mean, yes, they can see how many followers, but they can't see your full account. And so that kind of breaks up that addiction cycle. And I read through some of the interviews given by Vero's founder, and it sounds like this is exactly what they're trying to do. And so from this, I gotta say, on this app, we are giving the opportunity to focus on the quality of content instead of just throwing as much as we can up on the wall and see what sticks. So how about we take advantage of that? So anyway, that's a little side tangent. This video was about connections and how to do them. I'd love to hear what you think down in the comments. And if you have any questions about how to do something on Vero, put it in the comments and I'll make a video on it. Thanks for joining me here. This is Bill Strand signing off, and I'll see you next time.